I'm sorry, but have fun murdering each other.
We don't know how it happened. The League of Villains attacked UA, but the portal villain sucked us in, and the next thing we know, we were in a different world from our own. In this world that desires bloodish for entertainment, a strange woman stood in front of Class 1A, telling them that they were about to be part into the Hunger Games, and only one of them would be sent back home to their world to be one of the special people. They will have to fight to the death. What? I don't want to kill my friends. You can't do this. The woman just smiled calmly at them as she continued to explain, telling them that even if they refused to kill, the desire that was impaled in their necks would make sure things moved along. There were many reactions among the class. Some continued to shout, some cried, and some others had a breakdown. This year's game should be interesting. We never had superhumans and witches in these fights before. The woman smiled sweetly as she left the room. By the way, you can call me the Game Master. This can't be happening, Yin whispered. I'll keep you safe, I promise, Izuku said shakily as he tried to comfort his friend. Suddenly, a strange gas filled the room, and everything went dark. As the students woke, they found themselves laying on a lift of sorts, all spaced out evenly among each other. The lift rised and settled youth into an area. They quickly stood on glass barriers around them and kept them on a lift. The students looked around to see a large metal head in the middle of the circle, filled with all sorts of things. Their attention was soon pulled at the glowing countdown. The countdown reached 0. The glass barrier dropped. What? Who's Norman? I don't know. Mina, Hagakure, Momo, Yin, Mineta, Suyu, oh my god, Fumikage, Soto, and Denki, and Bakugo ran into the forest and away from the center, fearing it was some sort of trap. Izuku and a few others to the center. Izuku grabbed a bag full of explosions. Sarah and Koda fought for a bag, but Koda quickly gave up and ran away. Ida and Jiro grabbed the fishing supplies. Kirishima and Shoto accidentally grabbed empty bags. What? Momo and Uchaku grabbed swords, Jiro grabbed a trident, and Ayama grabbed a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Soji was overwhelmed by everything around him and stood frozen in place. Then there was a sudden shock from his neck, forcing him to run forward. As he did, a hole suddenly opened up, causing him to fall and die on impact. In the forest, Mineta, Hagakure, Koda, Denki, Uchaku temporarily teamed up for a day, thinking safety in numbers. As Mina ran for her life, she noticed a small parchment tied to a small box. She quickly ran over to it and found medical supplies from a sponsor. Suyu also got a sponsor as she received a bag of explosives. I'm so sorry for my high-pitched voice. Sero and Momo wandered the forest together when suddenly Sero felt a shock from his neck as he suddenly lost control of his mind and body and attacks Momo. Luckily, Momo was able to slice away at Shoto's trap with her sword, and she managed to get away. Ida, too, felt a shock in his neck, losing control and starting a fight with Kamino Kirishima, who happened to be nearby, while scaring away Ojiro. Kirishima lost the fight, but luckily Ida regained control of himself and spared Kirishima. The two quickly split from each other in fear. As things seemed to settle, a cannon could be heard in the distance. As an image of Soji projected in the sky, everyone students silent, their only way of paying respect to their fallen classmate. The night quickly came as Momo and Ojiro climbed up a tree for rest. Koda and Sero cried to themselves, sleep over the horror that may come. Who's Vexen? I'm sorry. And Ochako made a fire for the night, but planned to split ways in the morning. Izuku cooked his food, but then put out the fire. Kirishima, Bakugo, and who the heck is Roman? And Mineta passed out from exhaustion and admiration they felt. Hagakure and Ida thought about winning, despite wanting to go home to their families. Yin sat alone as she questioned herself if she was capable of surviving this ordinary. Denki, filled with fear and terror, cried to Takayami to kill him, but he couldn't bring himself to do it. When the sun rises, Ayama tries to escape the area only to meet a horrible fate as Bakugo wandered the forest. He felt a shock in his neck and lost control of himself. Denki, sadly split off from Tokayami for food, sadly ended up getting strangled by a mind-controlled Bakugo. As Bakugo came to, he could only stare in horror at what he had just done. Shoto, Jiro, and Momo met up and decided to team up for the day. As they wandered about, Jiro lost control and attacked Shoto and Momo. Shoto managed to escape, but Momo died by Jiro's hands. Jiro felt her knees and cried for her friend as her mind came to. I don't know who the flip Roman is, but here he is. Roman, under the control of the Game Master's control, forced Ochako to kill Sabito or Hagakure, who was considered by them. Ochako held her sword as tears started to blur her vision. Suddenly, she felt a painful shock, forcing her forward and stabbing Sato in the chest. Roman soon came to, only to see Hagakure confronting Ochako as a dead Shoto lay lifeless on the ground. Tokayami wondered where Denki went and went to look for him. Ojiro took this opportunity to steal some supplies. Suddenly, the whole arena went dark. While this was happening, willingly Bakugo was started a fight with Vexen. I still don't know who that is. As they two fought, Bakugo pushed Vexen off the side, but Vexen grabbed onto him, pulling him down with him. Shoto and Ida to meet a very similar fate as well. Oh my god. Tokayami was terrified when it suddenly went dark, as shock from the Game Masters forced him to use Dark Shadow, who quickly went out of control. Suyu was sadly at the wrong place at the wrong time and was killed by a rampaging Dark Shadow. Can I post this? Hagakure, Jiro, and Mina were traveling together when the light disappeared, causing them to lose footing and fall to their deaths. Kirishima, Roman, and Koda stumbled into a path of lethal plans in the darkness. The only survivor of this event were Ochako, Mineta, Ojiro, Izuku, and Yin. 15 cannon shots could be heard as the image of Ayama, Sato, Momo, Denki, Venom, Bakugo, Vexen, Bakugo, Shoto, Ida, Hagakure, Kirishima, Jiro, and Tsu, Mina, Koda, and Roman appeared in the sky. Yin fell to the ground as she stood over her lost friends, Momo, Roman, Vexen, and Bakugo. Ochako, Ojiro, and Mineta were also in mourning, while Tokayami was crumbling under the guilt of the murder he committed. Izuku cried over his fallen classmates, but he held hope that maybe at least to see Yin one more time. Night was once again as Yin quickly built a fire for the night. Seru and Momo met up and stuck together as they came across a mind-controlling Mineta and Ochako. The four fought, but Seru and Momo managed to escape, but killed their classmates. Ojiro was slowly crumbling under the pressure and begging Izuku to put him out of his misery, but Izuku couldn't do that. Suddenly there was a horn announced that the feast is ready. Zero and Momo wondered what to do. When Momo lost control of herself, Zero, sensing the change, quickly ran deeper into the forest. Yin, Izuku, Zero, and Tokuyami thought it was some sort of trap, so didn't go. Ojiro decided it was worth the risk, but was blown up by a mind-controlled Momo. When the next day arrived, the mind-controlled Momo tried to kill Yin. They fought, and Yin managed to defeat Momo and snap her out of her mind control. As Zero wandered about the forest, he came across Izuku, but renounce was short-lived as the game master took control over Zero. Izuku was forced to strangle Zero and kill him. Izuku sobbed over Zero's body in regret. 4 cannons can be heard in the distance as the image of Minato, Ochako, Zero, and Ojiro appeared in the sky. Momo empatized her gut and remembered the 3 classmates she had killed. At night, Izuku and Momo couldn't sleep as the nightmares of guilt haunted them, while Yin and Tokuyami cried themselves to sleep. When the day came, Momo begged for Yin to put an end to her, but Yin couldn't find it to kill her. Izuku and Tokuyami decided to look for the remaining friends and hoped to find a way to escape. But night quickly came as Momo and Yin sat by a fire. Yin quickly hummed to herself as Momo watched a parchment with a hatch fall in front of her. In anger, she tossed the weapon deep into the forest. Izuku was making food for him and Tokuyami, but Tokuyami had cried himself to sleep. Day again, and Izuku managed to find Momo, but Momo tells him that the game master will try to take control of them, and that it was the best that they stay far away from each other as possible. The night quickly fell, but Momo once again felt control as she attacked Yin. She was able to bash her head in when Momo managed to fight the control and spared Yin. As Izuku ran to tell Tokuyami the news, Tokuyami in his mind-controlled face set up a trap, and Izuku sadly fell prey. But one of Tokuyami's was poison, and he had a cut on his hand. He soon fell prey to the poison. As Momo tried to regain full control, the game masters took control of Yin, forcing her to stab Momo in the back. When Yin came to, she could only scream in horror at the sight before her. 3 cannons could be heard in the distance as the image of Momo, Izuku, and Tokuyami appeared in the sky. Congratulations, Yinlin. You are a year's winner of the Hunger Games, a voice said proudly as Yin was teleported home, along with a recording of the Hunger Games with her. What did I just read? Am I allowed to post this? I don't know if I am. Oh my god. I just witnessed 20 deaths. Oh my god. I don't know what to say, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Congratulations on winning.